Paris 2024 is going to look so good for the Kenyan Sevens because right now they have picked their ticket to the Olympics once again. They had to go past South Africa in a thrilling fashion to get that ticket for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Now, of course, it's a Cinderella story for the Kenyan Sevens because they had a disappointing start into the season, having to go through the election process, having not been paid their allowances, even their coach asking for funds. But look at Kenyan Sevens right now. They are beating South Africa 17-12 in the cup final of the African Sevens tournament in Harare, Zimbabwe on Sunday. Shujaa, as they are popularly known, had a flawless campaign from the group stage before urging up Burkina Faso 26-10 and Zimbabwe 35-10 in the quarter-final and semi-final respectively. Now, with only the winner of this tournament earning a direct ticket to Paris, Kevin Wembua's side should be proud. They should be proud, lifting that trophy there, having to pick the ticket to the Paris 2024 Olympics. To join us right now in this conversation will be Kenya rugby commentator Stephen Ochieng. Thank you so much, Stephen. I'm so happy and glad that Kenyan have been able to pick this one even after the stories we've heard leading up to this Kenyan Sevens qualification.
Hello, Nyechi. It's nice to be back on Nigerian television. I guess some of my newfound fans have missed me over there. But anyway, the business of the day, yeah, it was a really good day for us yesterday, seeing Shujaa upset South Africa to qualify for the Paris 2024 Olympics. So it was just something that we really hoped for. We didn't think it would be possible because South Africa, they're like the powerhouse in African rugby. But to do it and to get over the line, man, it was emotional scenes in the whole country, all over social media, all over the rugby pages. Everything was just jubilation. And I think everyone should get to experience this.
Congratulations to Kenyans. Congratulations to Kenyans and the Kenyan Sevens. But I was indeed surprised with the performance of the debutant, Patrick Odongo. He was spectacular. He scored the opening try for the Kenyan Sevens. Stephen, were you expecting this kind of performance from a player who is having his debut for the team?
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting because for a long time, the season, our local seventh season for 2023 just ended the other day, I think 2 weeks ago. But in the 2022 season, Patrick Odongo was actually in the overall team of the season. So it's not even last season that he hit top form. He hit top form in 2022. So it was always exciting, but he was always been called to professional squads, but never made it to the final team. Was still lacking 1-2 areas that probably needed polishing, and with the HSBC being a punishing circuit, it wasn't just risky. It wasn't just able to risk him yet. But now with the new team coming on, the youngsters coming on, and the new technical bench, they saw it was time that he had what it takes to be there. And boy, oh boy, almighty, he surprised all of us with his pace and now his understanding of the game. He's good attacking because he has the pace, but he's also good defending, so which makes it a standout player. And it was really emotional seeing him in there because he had just lost his mom weeks to the tournament before the team departed to Zimbabwe. And and he opted to just travel with the team. And boy, oh boy, I think his mom would be proud wherever she's resting now.
It's unfortunate that a player like that could still stay with the team even after losing his mom. I say the Lord grants the family the fortitude to bear that loss. But I noticed that the Kenyan Sevens will always push their opponents to make mistakes. They did that against South Africa. Do you think it's a good tactics going into the Olympics? Because they'll be playing against big guns in Paris 2024.
You know, for a long time, Kenya Sevens has been direct. They've been playing direct style, that is physical and all those kind of rugby. But with the new technical bench, it's shifting. It's creating space after space after space out wide, and just being good on the ball and going to your opponents and making them forcing errors to come out of the opponents. And that is what I think Shujaa did really well in this tournament. They just played simple rugby, kept it flowing, exploited space out wide, and just tried easily. And that is what they did exactly to South Africa, because South Africa can really make a wreck out of you. So if you don't force the mistakes out of them, then it becomes a really, really, really tough ask. So not to worry, I think the technical bench showed that it is a real thing that is happening, and the transition is ongoing really well for us.
All right, I'll be looking forward to the Paris 2024 Olympics. But the Kenyans, I wish they can just take up this style of play. Do you think it's high time we erase that narrative of having to field old players just because of experience in Olympic Games? Do you think it is time to erase that kind of narrative? Getting new players, having to have confidence in them, put them, of course, in the middle of the field so that they can bring what they can. Patrick Odongo has been able to do, put surprises on our faces, even making his debut for the team. Do you think it's time to erase the narrative of having to reshuffle old players in the squad?
I think they say experience is the best teacher. I think that has been proven and tested. So while on one hand is not good enough to discount experience because it helps in terms of just managing nerves and staying mentally in the game. Another saying says, if you're good enough, you're old enough. So Patrick, just using Patrick as an example, he showed that he's good enough. So if you're good enough, get the chance, be given the chance, because you'll never learn if you're not given the chance. It's time that if some player is selected on merit, then they show they have the potential to perform. They should be given that chance to go actually ahead and do their thing, because that's how they learn. It's not supposed to be that just because you're experienced enough, that's how you get your chance. No, if you're good enough, be given the chance, go try out, make those mistakes, but most importantly, make it count when you get that.
You've just been able to sway me, Stephen. You've just been able to sway me. Come on with your motivational quotes there. I think you should go into motivational speaking, but great one. I'm beginning to, toe your line. Maybe if you're good enough, then maybe you were experienced enough to go for any competition like that. I'll be looking forward to the Kenyan Sevens as they go for the Paris 2024 Olympics. Thank you so much, Stephen, for joining us today on the show. And congratulations to Kenya over there.
Thank you for having me. Cheers.